do some stovetop cooking. So we're going to be cooking on the Nordica, the Rosa Reverse, the Sinistra, and the Petra, which is the Soapstone finished stove. So I'm very excited to do some stovetop cooking. I got a couple of different things that I'm going to cook up for you guys today. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. So first thing I want to point out, this is the second time I'm firing up the stove before I cook on it. You can already see this discoloration in the cooktop. So when it's brand new, it's nice and bright and shiny, but it does turn this bluish gray color once it gets heated up. So let's do some measurements. The center cook plate, we have 490-ish degrees. Okay, in the middle of the cooktop, we are at about 536. Over here, we have a 500 and about the same. Okay, so actually directly over the firebox, like in this upper corner, you're gonna have a lower temperature, 340 degrees. Rear corner of the stove is going to have a 270 degree temperature. So let's cook some delicious food up. For dinner, I am making green beans, which I put in my medium-ish area. And I am also going to saute up some onions. So I actually have my onions in the hotter area of the stove. My reason for this is because I want to sear these up nice, because I'm going to actually put these over a nice steak dinner. So one thing I actually want to point out about my stovetop cooking, and this is like also going to be true on materials of stoves, but so this pan is a stainless steel. This pan is cast iron. You can already hear this sizzling. I literally put them on at the same time. And this portion of my cooktop is actually cooler. So stainless steel is going to heat up much quicker than what cast iron does. So it's hotter over here. I'm barely just now getting a sizzle. On the flip side of that, my cast iron pan will retain the heat longer, thus keeping the food warmer longer. So my onions are browning up quite quick here, which is nice. This cast iron pan picked up the heat. Let's read our temperature in our pan. So, right, so about 280 degrees in there. So my green beans, this is olive oil. In my green beans, I got some garlic salt in there. So we've got a nice slow simmer going. All right, I am searing up my steak now. So I got a nice thick steak up in here. My onions are cooking nicely, and I like to just cook my steak in there with my onions so it gets a little bit of that flavor. I don't know about you guys, I can appreciate a nice rare steak though. So I've got it on the hottest temperature because I want to sear it on the outside and keep it nice and bloody on the inside. Green beans are nice and deliciously done, perfectly browned with a little bit of oil in there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these off. Still waiting on this steak. It's getting nice and seared. Gonna flip it. Perfectly seared. Look at that. So my pan searing temperature right now, I did move it over, but we're at good 320 so degrees to sear up the steak. So I guess something else I'll point out is when you're cooking, grease splatters are inevitable. So people ask, you know, maintenance on your cooktop. This is kind of what it's gonna look like after you're done cooking your first meal. Not a big deal, just a few oil splatters. Boom, and we are done. So I still have a nice bloody steak in the middle, but it is absolutely perfectly seared on both sides. All right, guys, my steak is done. Oh man, it looks so bomb. It tastes so good. Perfectly seared on the outside, nice and pink on the inside.